In today's video, we are going to be breaking down how NBA players can get to the rim and break down their defensive player so that they can score and finish at the rim. Let's get down and let's check this out. So in this first clip, we have Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving, what does he do? Well, from here, what he does do is a quick shot hesitation, and then he is able to go into a killer crossover, which gets his player off balance so that he can drive towards the rim. He does a quick ball fake pass, and then he's able to go up for a fadeaway shot. So let's really break this down. After that hesitation shot, that gets this defensive player back onto his heels so that he is wanting to jump up to block that shot, but at the same time, Kyrie Irving comes down for a dribble and a crossover, so he gets up into the air, and then with that killer cross, he gets his body totally facing the sideline. From there, Kyrie Irving is able to drive towards the basket, keeping that ball away from his reaching hands. Now he has a player along the baseline. He has a help defender coming out, and then he has his own defender who is coming down and defending him. From here, he's able to do a quick hop step and do a quick pass fake down to this player. What that does is that gets his defensive player out of the way. It also keeps this defender down into his stance to try and cut off that pass. And then from there, Kyrie Irving is able to take a quick pivot and then a quick fadeaway. When he does the fadeaway, he kicks that leg out because he is twisting his body in the air. And by kicking his leg out, it's not just lining up his shot. What it's also doing is slowing down his rotation, just like how a figure skater puts their arms out to slow down their rotation when they're spinning. And he's able to hit that shot. So now in this next clip, we have Trae Young. He does a couple of quick crossovers. The reason why he does this is he wants to get his defender down onto his heels. From there, he does a fantastic move, and he's able to finish. Now, how and why was he able to do this so easily to Barrett? So we can see RJ Barrett is able to play defense, but he's down onto his heels. RJ Barrett, in my mind, could be a fantastic defender, but sometimes when he makes this mistake, it really does cost him. He gets down on both of his heels, and we can see that Trae Young is paying attention to that. We also see RJ Barrett not getting low. As we can see, his offensive player is well below his shoulders. You want to have your shoulders below theirs, and you want to be up on your toes. This is a horrible defensive stance. So from there, by being able to cross over a couple of times, you're just essentially freezing that defender. That defender is not going to be thinking you're going to be doing anything other than just dribbling in the same space. Especially when you're a defender who is no longer in your defensive stance. As an offensive player, you can really go and attack this player. And now to do this next move, all you really need to do is do a quick killer crossover, as we see here. This is going to widen out the foot or the feet of RJ Barrett or your defender, and because he is still onto his heels, there's nothing he can do. You can dribble the ball through his legs. Now, of course, this is a risky move, but keep that in mind. And then you can keep that dribble going and you can go for the floater. But what's he do here? Watch that. Really slowly, he crosses over and he keeps that ball super high at head level. Why is that important? Well, we have RJ's hand down here. If there was any other reaching hands coming in, he wants to keep that ball head height. Now, you may be saying, well, isn't it safer to have the ball low? Well, it is in some cases, and in most cases, it is better to keep a low dribble. But if you're going through traffic and you know their hands are coming through, if you can have a high dribble, just one high dribble, that's all you need to get through those hands. You can dribble again past those hands or pick up that ball. Now, I call this one the V dribble, but basically you're attacking the right side, you cross over towards the left, take a quick step back, and then drive towards the rim. So this is a very good move to do. So you can go and attack that right side. As soon as you feel like that defender is just a bit behind you but has the momentum, you can not push him, but at this time you can take the quick step back and cross over. Now, if you can get up, straight up, like if you're about to take that shot, you can get up, or at least you get your defender up into the air, which is what happens here. Now, when you're straight up, you want to be able to have that big negative step. This is extremely important if you want to be able to blow by defenders, especially off of a shot fake. So what we have here is his right leg in front, and then he's able to switch his legs by keeping his body straight up for just that 1 millisecond. By switching his right leg from front to back, he is able to use that for power to push off, and then he's able to then finish around the rim. Now, this is not a finishing move, but I just wanted to show you Van Fleet because it's a very similar move as the last one, and Van Fleet just hit 11 threes the other night. So I really wanted to show this one. Basically, it is an attack again on the right side. You have a couple of hands reaching in. You have totally destroyed that defender. And then he's able to take that quick step back. Now, with this step back, what would happen is if this defender decided to come in front and play help defense, or if this player didn't fall and decided to come out and continue to defend, Van Fleet would be able to drive and attack. But at this point in time, he picks up the ball and then he just does that quick step back because he knows that Levine over here is not going to be contesting his shot. He is stepping towards that direction. Van Fleet's coming in this direction, which means that Van Fleet knows that he can just pick up the ball and take a quick three, and that's what he does. Now, this is a great move by Tatum, and this is the last move that I'm going to break down. If you are a small forward or a power forward who can handle the ball, this is definitely a worthwhile move to learn. After you use the screen, if your man gets caught on the screen and the hedge man, the defender of the screener, if he hedges out, what you can do is a quick crossover back through those two defenders, and of course, because this hedge man is going in that direction, momentum-wise, he's not going to be able to turn around all that fast, especially if he's a bit taller. You can split that screen, and you can go in for that layup, and this is a fantastic move. So especially if you can lose the man beforehand, it does make it a little bit easier, but you can use that screen. This guy's going in this direction. He's got not the right foot work to be able to push off quickly back towards the opposite direction, which means that Tatum's able to cross over, get through them, and able to finish. I hope that these moves and these breakdowns help you become a better basketball player. If they do, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out the Vertical Jump Training book down in the description below if you want to have the explosive first step of an NBA player. Let's go and become the best players we can possibly become.